I'd been on nights at Bellwether Grill for a little over a year when it started. Bellwether remained open due to the sign stating 24 hours, not because people really need a burger late at night. After midnight, the dining room was locked. Everything went through the drive-thru window under buzzing fluorescent light, with fryer timers chirping behind me and the speaker box hissing in my ear. On most of the nights, I worked alone at the window. One cook worked till 2 o'clock, and then it was just me, freezer humming, and whoever was going through the empty commercial strip. A car rolled up to the speaker at 1:17. A man ordered a bacon melt combo, no onions, extra pickles, and black coffee. His voice was flat but polite, the kind you forget while it is still happening. He pulled into the pay window in his sedan with tinted windows. He opened the window only a bit to pass me the card, showing only the cuff of a gray sweatshirt and no face. Just the gap, the card, and the glow from the green dashboard. The payment went through. I gave him the receipt. Then he drove away. He didn't stop at the pickup. He didn't circle back. His food sat under the warmer until the coffee went cold. I waited, then put the bag aside. Waste was waste, but paid food was different. Ate it on my break and tried not to think about it. 9 nights later, it happened again. Same voice, same order, same lowered window, same card between 2 fingers. He paid, took the receipt, and left. The third time was 5 nights after that. By then, I recognized the order before he finished it. Bacon melt, no onions, extra pickles, black coffee. He never changed anything, neither the size, nor the drink, nor even the pause after coffee, as he was waiting for me to repeat it. I told myself he was drunk, forgetful, or doing some private joke. My manager didn't care as long as the drawer matched. Later, I began keeping the receipts, folding them in the bag and leaving it at the back counter, pretending it was not meant for me. But I ate it anyway. It became my routine. Some nights, around 1:30, I heard the speaker crackle and felt relief before fear. I was broke enough that a free meal mattered. I was tired enough to accept this odd thing wrapped in paper and familiar in the smell. Then one night, near closing, the speaker came on before the sensor chime finished. "Bacon melt," he said. "No onions, extra pickles, black coffee." I'd already punched it in. Before I could read the total, he added, "You've been taking them home too, Elias." My hand stayed on the register screen. I don't use my full name at work. My tag says E. Marsh because the printer cut off the rest years ago. Customers called me buddy, man, boss, or nothing. He said Elias, like someone who had heard my mother say it. I leaned closer to the microphone. "Who is this?" The speaker hissed. Behind me, the fryer lifted an empty basket from the oil. "Do you want the coffee fresh tonight?" he asked. I said it again. "Who is this?" There was a soft sound through the speaker, not quite a laugh. Then the engine revved, and the sensor beeped as he drove away. He didn't pay that time. I locked the window, even though it was against policy. I kept checking the lane camera, but the picture only showed a dark car turning past the menu board. When I got home, a folded bellwether napkin was taped to my apartment door at eye level. In block letters, it said, "Stop making me wait." Under that was a number, $7,300. Under that, a time, Friday, 5 a.m. No address, just the amount and deadline, like I already knew the rest. I took it inside and sat on the floor until sunrise. I kept telling myself it was someone from work, someone who knew my schedule, knew my building, and knew I sometimes took leftovers home. That should have made it easier. It didn't. The next night, I called in sick. Around 2:10, my phone buzzed from a blocked number. I didn't answer. A voicemail appeared anyway. For almost 10 seconds, there was only drive-thru static. Then his voice said, "You're not at your window." I decided to call the police after that. I report the orders, the message, the voicemail. They registered my statement, instructed me to save everything, and asked me whether I had any ex-roommate, maybe a debt, anything that could explain it. I had nothing useful. 2 mornings later, my apartment door wouldn't open from the outside. Someone had packed clear glue into the lock. My key went halfway in and stopped. I stood in the hallway after a 10-hour shift, still smelling like fryer oil. The maintenance guy had to drill it out. While he worked, I noticed something wedged between the door and frame. A receipt. Bacon melt, no onions, extra pickles, black coffee. Paid in full. The timestamp was 3:42 a.m. while I was at work, not farther than 6 feet from the register. The camera over the pay window had been angled down for weeks. The card number printed as asterisks. My manager said corporate could somehow extract something from it, but it would take time. The deadline passed. Nothing happened at 5. Nothing happened at 6. By evening, I'd almost convinced myself the glue was the end of it. When I went back to work that night, someone had left a black coffee at the pickup window. No order on the screen. No car in the lane. No one in the lobby. Just the cup on the metal ledge, cooling under fluorescent light. My name was written on the side in marker. Not E. Marsh. Elias. I still don't know what he wanted me to learn.
Like